Bachmann campaign has been struggling. Over the weekend, she finished last in the Florida straw poll, CNN poll that was mentioned before. Bachmann was in a tie with Rick Santorum with an astonishing 4% of support from GOP voters. Anytime you're in the same sentence as Rick Santorum, things are not going well. But our number one story, Michelle Bachmann has returned to what first garnered her national attention and could get her campaign back on track. Talking crazy. At a town hall in Iowa, she was asked a question about normalizing trade with Cuba. She repeated her answer from the debate last week about Cuba being a sponsor of terror, but then she went further. She found a way to work in Iran and Hezbollah and just about every other place on earth.
There are 4 nations in the world that are state sponsors of terror. Iran is one of them, and Cuba is another one. Why would you normalize trading with a country that sponsors terror? Cuba, there's reports that have come out that Cuba has been working with another terrorist organization called Hezbollah. And Hezbollah is potentially looking at wanting to be a part of missile sites in Iran. And of course, when you're 90 miles offshore from Florida, you don't want to entertain the prospect of hosting bases or sites where Hezbollah could have training camps or perhaps have missile sites or weapon sites in Cuba. This would be foolish. Castro has been in charge in Cuba since the revolution in 1959. Why would we reward a communist, brutal dictator who continually represses his people? Why would he reward him? That's why we don't want to see Palestine become a state until and unless they renounce terrorism against Israel. That's the problem with Cuba.
Here to translate is Countdown contributor Maysoon Zayid, who will be appearing tonight and Thursday at the Gotham Comedy Club as part of the New York Arab American Comedy Festival. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, too.
All right. I like to have you in here on general interest topics. Don't try to make it an Arabic thing or anything like that. But apparently my geography has been wrong for all of my 52 years. Iran is 90 miles off the coast of Florida? Did I hear that in there somewhere?
You did. First of all, I'm absolutely convinced that the inside of this woman's head looks like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory with Gene Wilder, but wackier. I'm convinced.
And Marcus, chocolate river and Oompas and everything else?
Well, Marcus Bachmann is Augusta Galloop. I mean, I'm telling you, that's what's going on. I think that her logic goes like this. I think that, first of all, she thinks that Castro and Nasrallah are the same person because they both have crazy facial hair. Okay, all right. I think the other confusion, and this is the geography part, is that she believes that Florida is Israel. And that's why Hezbollah is trying to attack it. She got confused.
All right, so, and Castro runs Palestine.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. I don't know how
in his spare
she
time
made that leap. It was just like someone told her, you must say something bad about Palestine. And at the end, she was just like, Palestine.
And she did everything but credit it. We've sort of tracked this thing down, and it is from a report. Part of that, there's a little germ in there that's like true. Supposedly, Hezbollah is looking at possibly doing training camps in Cuba to attack Israeli-affiliated targets in Latin America. So they're going here and going south rather than north. And this was an Italian newspaper report. Whether or not it's true, that's not the question. It was in an Italian newspaper. Just throw this out. Does she speak Italian? Is Italian her first language? And she was reading this in the Vatican newspaper or something, and she's trying to translate for us?
The fact that she can read any language is astounding to me. But it's dangerous because she doesn't seem to understand that you can't believe everything you read, and you also can't believe every single thing you hear.
Right.
I mean, the GOP is really like, it's making me get stressed out because we have a woman candidate. And as a woman, I should want to support her.
Right.
But I feel like they found us like the most submissive, silly, incompetent woman. My cat, Lucy, could do a better job than this. She's being used by the Saudi king as an example as to why women shouldn't have rights.
Oh, God. So then the GOP, if it's not her, and the Rick Perry self-destructing because he, as the Saturday Night Live sketch suggested, he's just going to fall asleep at the podium one of these days. We talked earlier in the show about Chris Christie being the last hope. Now, Chris is one of your people. He's from Jersey.
Yeah. Chris is not one of my people, and I am from Jersey, but I will not claim him, just like I won't claim Snooki. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I would like to see Chris Christie run. I'd like to see him running, just not for president of the United States.
I see.
That's what it is. And I think there's one upside to Michelle Bachmann if she does actually become president, which is that Marcus Bachmann would make a fabulous first lady. I mean, it would
Thank
be
you,
great.
Michael Musto. You saw the Chris Christie news today, though, that he took the tax break away from the production company that makes Jersey Shore. They got like a $420,000 tax break, and his argument was Jersey Shore does nothing but humiliate New Jersey. Why should we be giving them a tax? This might be the strongest stance taken by any GOP contender so far. It might actually get him votes.
But I feel like if he feels like the Jersey Shore embarrasses New Jersey and he should take away their tax credit, he should accept that he embarrasses New Jersey and he should take away his own job.
The flawless logic of comedian and activist and Countdown contributor Maysoon Zayid, who's, as we mentioned before, appearing tonight and then again on Thursday at the Gotham Comedy Club as part of the New York Arab American Comedy Festival. Is there nothing going on Wednesday?
Wednesday night I'm teaching at NYU, and Sunday I'm in Philadelphia at Helium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, have a good time.
All right.
We'll see you when you get back from your next long trip.
Thanks for having me here.
Of course. That's Countdown for this, the 58th day since the Republicans' debt-stealing blackmail worked. Speaker Boehner, where are the jobs? Where's our credit rating? Where's Snooki? I'm Keith Olbermann. Good night and good luck.